use SAP Query to create queries. You can create one basic list and up to 9 statistics or ranked lists for one query, which can be defined using selection and output fields. When creating queries using HR logical databases, you can use the line groups function. This function enables you to group specific lines within multi-line basic lists to form line groups. If info types have more than one record, this function ensures that info type fields that logically belong together are grouped in a logical manner, instead of being output one after the other.
The system guides you through the following sequence of screens for field selection. Title, format. This screen enables you to assign the title of the query. By entering format data, you can determine the page layout. By entering special attributes, you can determine further characteristics for the query, such as change log and output types. Field group selection. The screen enables you to select the required field groups. Info sets are divided into field groups, which correspond to info types in HR. Field selection, output fields. This screen enables you to select the data fields required for the field groups selected earlier. If you require local fields, you can define them on the screen. Selection fields. This screen enables you to define selection fields with which you can enter further restrictions on the selection screen.
The system guides you through the following screens for creating a basic list. Basic list.
If a sort sequence is set,
the system guides you through the following screens for creating a basic list. Basic list line structure. This screen enables you to arrange fields in single or multiple lines and determine the field sequence. It also enables you to determine the sort sequence and other global field characteristics. Control level processing can be defined for sorted fields. Summation and field counting are possible for each control level. List line output options. This screen enables you to determine output options for each line. The appearance of the output depends on whether another line exists. Output for blank lines, before and after a line, page breaks, and output in the page header. Field output options. This screen enables you to determine output options for each field, such as output length, output position, and output with template. In this case, using an additional field template screen. Basic list header. This screen enables you to enter text for the footer and header, and to change the text for column headers. Graphics. This screen enables you to determine the graphic type that is used if the list is output as a graphic.
If a sort sequence is specified for the line structure, the screen sequence branches to control level definition. The system guides you through the following screens for creating a control level list. Control levels. This screen enables you to determine the following attributes for each control level. Ascending or descending control level sorting. Use of an introductory control level text. Summation. Counting. Frame. Blank line. New page. If you use the summation function for a field, the total is output in the same column as the field, that is, with the same output length. This means that the output length is sometimes too short to output the total, which causes an overflow and asterisk at the first position of the value. To avoid such overflows when totals are output, you can simply extend the output length of the field for which the summation function is used. Control level texts, totals texts. This screen enables you to enter a text that is then output at the beginning of a control level for a total. In the standard system, the text of the corresponding field is used. The system takes you from this screen to the list line output options screen.
Statistics are used to perform analytical reporting for numerical data. The system does not output the values of the numerical fields. Instead, it includes a summation function for the contents of fields, counts the number of processed records, and can output mean and percentage values. The system guides you through the following screens for creating statistics. Statistic 1, structure, statistic 2, statistic 3, and so on. This screen enables you to define the following settings. Basic settings such as field sequence, subsequence, calculation of subtotals, field length, and use of a field text for outputting a graphic. Settings for processing numerical fields such as counting processed data records, mean values, the value as a percentage of the total, and rounding. Headers. This screen enables you to enter text for the footer and header. You can also change the text for column headers. Ranked lists are special types of statistics that are sorted in the standard system by the 10 highest values of a numerical field. This means that you can only define one numerical field as a ranked list criterion for a ranked list. The system guides you through the following screens for creating ranked lists. Ranked list 1 structure, ranked list 2, ranked list 3, and so on. This screen enables you to define the following settings. Basic settings, such as the field sequence, field length, and use of a field text for outputting a graphic. Settings for processing numerical fields as a ranked list, such as specifying a ranked list criterion and rounding. Headers. This screen enables you to enter text for the header and footer. You can also change the text for column headers.
The term additional fields covers all the fields that do not exist in the database table of the corresponding info type, but that are available for reporting purposes. Additional fields are classified as follows. Standard additional fields. Standard additional fields are additional fields that are required by the majority of customers. For this reason, they are available in the standard system when info sets are created. Additional fields from customizing or info set. Additional fields can also be defined by customers to meet special company-specific requirements. They can be created in HR customizing or when an info set is created. Local fields. Local fields are similar to additional fields and are used to meet specific requirements. They are defined within the query and are available only for that query. For instance, in SAP Query, when these additional fields are created in customizing, they are always available when info sets are created. If they are created in an info set, they are only available in that particular info set. To create additional fields from customizing or an info set, choose HR settings or SAP Query additional information for maintaining info sets, functional areas, define additional fields.
Many times, the reporting period as of a single, that is key date, or multiple, that is from and to date, is sufficient to return the data you have requested. The reporting period enables you to determine the period from which objects are retrieved. The system searches for objects with valid info-type records that meet the selection criterion in the period you specify. However, because the reporting period also affects data output, there may be cases in which you need to separate the person selection period and data selection period on the report selection screen. The following example shows how to determine the reporting period. You want to generate a list of addresses to be used for mailing to all persons who were active last year in a specific personnel area and personnel sub-area. You want to use the most current addresses info-type record, subtype 1, for permanent residents. In this case, the person selection period would be from the 1st of last year through the end of last year, and the selection criteria would be based on an employment status of 3, that is, active, along with the appropriate personnel area and personnel sub-area. The data selection period would be today, and the selection criteria would be based on subtype 1, that is, permanent residence of the addresses info-type. Any employee who was active in that personnel area and personnel sub-area last year will then be included in the output of the data. However, the address for any employee who moved after last year would show the record intersecting with today rather than the address record that was valid last year. The resulting list of addresses will be exactly what you requested.